Listen to me carefully. 3 months. That's it. 90 days. Do you understand how ridiculously short that is? 3 months ago, you were probably making promises to yourself. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to stop wasting time. I'm going to learn a new skill. I'm going to make money online. I'm going to change my life. And then what happened? Netflix happened. YouTube Shorts happened. Just one more game happened. I'll start on Monday happened. And now, you're sitting here again, looking for motivation. But let me ask you something. If I gave you $10 million and told you that you had only 90 days to build the best version of yourself, do you know what would happen? You'd suddenly find the time. You'd suddenly wake up earlier. You'd suddenly stop scrolling. You'd suddenly become disciplined. Funny how that works. Because the problem was never time. The problem was that your excuses were more important than your goals. And today, I'm giving you a 3-month success plan. Not a 5-year plan. Not a manifest your dreams and wait for the universe plan. 3 months. Because 3 months is long enough to completely change your trajectory and short enough that you can't bullshit yourself. Let's begin. Month 1. Destroy your old identity. I don't care who you think you are. I've always been lazy. I've never been good at school. My family isn't rich. I'm not talented. Shut up. Your identity isn't a prison sentence. It's a story. And most people are telling themselves a terrible story. Think about this. You don't call yourself lazy when you're doing something you love. Nobody is lazy when they're playing video games for 6 hours. Nobody is lazy when they're binge watching their favorite show. Nobody is lazy when they're talking to someone they like. People aren't lazy. People are selective with their energy. Month 1 is about changing your environment. You know what's crazy? One 90-day productivity experiment found that simply reorganizing a workspace and removing visual clutter increased task completion by 37% within just 3 days. The only thing that changed was the environment. Nothing else. 37%. And you're still wondering why you're struggling, why your room looks like a crime scene. Clean your room. Delete the distracting apps. Remove the things that waste your time. Because your environment is either pushing you towards success or dragging you toward failure. And let's talk about your phone. That little rectangle in your pocket, it's winning. You're losing. You wake up, you check your phone. You eat breakfast, you check your phone. You study, you check your phone. You work, you check your phone. You go to sleep, you check your phone. Congratulations, you have become an employee of your own notifications. Month 1 requires rules, not motivation. Rules. Wake up at the same time every day. Exercise every day. Read every day. Work on your goal every day. Notice something. I didn't say when you feel motivated, I said every day. Because motivation is a terrible employee. It shows up late. It disappears without warning. And it never answers your calls. Discipline is different. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. And before you tell me you don't have time, let's talk about something interesting. People who tracked their productivity for 90 days discovered that they were completing about 60% fewer tasks on low-energy days compared to high-energy days. They also discovered that their best productivity happened during specific time windows instead of randomly throughout the day. Which means your job isn't to work harder. Your job is to identify your strongest hours and protect them. Stop treating your best hours like they're free samples at a grocery store. Protect them. Guard them. Use them. Now let's move to month 2. Build momentum. Because here's what happens. The first month feels amazing. You start working out. You start reading. You start building better habits. And then around week 5, your brain starts negotiating. Take 1 day off. You deserve a break. You've worked hard. You know what's funny? Your brain suddenly becomes a lawyer. It starts defending your bad habits. And that's where most people quit. Not because the goal was impossible. Not because they lacked talent. Not because they didn't have enough money. They quit because the excitement disappeared. And they never learned that excitement and success aren't the same thing. Successful people understand momentum. Do you know why companies often operate in 90-day cycles? Because 90 days creates urgency. It's long enough to create measurable progress, and short enough to force accountability. That's why businesses repeatedly use quarterly planning to measure growth and adjust their direction. You should do the same thing. Divide your 90 days into 3 parts. Days 130. Learn, days 3160. Execute, days 6190. Scale simple. Let's say your goal is making money online. Month 1, learn the skill. Month 2, apply the skill. Month 3, increase production. Want to lose weight? Month 1, learn nutrition. Month 2, build consistency. Month 3, increase intensity. Want to become more confident? Month 1, fix your appearance. Month 2, improve your communication. Month 3, put yourself into uncomfortable situations every single day. And here's another mistake people make. They try to do everything. Big mistake. One productivity framework suggests focusing on one important goal for 90 days and dedicating the first 90 minutes of every workday to that single objective. The reason? Deep, focused work beats scattered effort. You don't need 10 goals. You need one. One, because if you chase 10 rabbits, you'll catch none. But if you chase one rabbit with everything you've got, you'll probably eat dinner. And let's have an uncomfortable conversation. Stop announcing your goals. Seriously, nobody cares. You don't need to post your gym picture on day 1. You don't need to tell everyone you're starting a business. You don't need to announce that you're changing your life. Because talking creates the illusion of achievement. Your brain receives a small reward from announcing your goals. You feel productive without actually doing anything. And suddenly, you become the guy who's been starting a business for 3 years. We've all met that guy. He's exhausting. He's always about to become successful, and somehow, he's still borrowing money. Month 3, transformation. This is where things become interesting. Because by day 61, your habits begin to feel normal. You don't have to force yourself as much. You don't have to think about every little action. And that's when you start seeing results. Your body changes. Your mindset changes. Your confidence changes. People begin treating you differently. And here's the crazy part. Nothing around you changed. You changed. And that changed everything. I want you to understand something. Success isn't one massive event. It's boring. Painfully boring. It's waking up when you don't want to. It's working when you're tired. It's choosing the gym over the couch. It's reading 10 pages when you'd rather watch videos. It's saying no when everyone else is saying yes. Success is repetitive. And most people hate repetition. That's why average people stay average. Do you know what another 90-day tracking experiment discovered? People believed they were working 8 or 9 productive hours every day. The reality? Only about 5 hours were genuinely productive. They were constantly switching between tasks, losing focus, checking messages, and confusing busyness with productivity. After removing distractions, their productive output increased significantly within just 4 weeks. Read that again. Busyness isn't productivity. Answering messages isn't productivity. Checking emails isn't productivity. Watching motivational videos for 6 hours definitely isn't productivity. You're not becoming successful because you consume motivation. You're becoming successful because you produce results. And stop waiting for perfect conditions. I hear people say this all the time. I'll start when I have more money. I'll start when I have better equipment. I'll start when life becomes less stressful. Really? When exactly is that magical moment supposed to arrive? Because life isn't going to send you a formal invitation. Success doesn't knock on your door. It doesn't say, "Excuse me, sir, I noticed you've been struggling lately. Would you like me to come inside and improve your life?" That's not how it works. You fight for it. And let's talk about failure. Because you're going to fail. You're going to miss workouts. You're going to have bad days. You're going to procrastinate. You're going to screw up. Good. Who cares? Get back to work. The problem isn't failure. The problem is turning one mistake into a lifestyle. You miss one workout. Then you miss another. Then another. And suddenly, 6 months have passed. I want you to remember this. Never miss twice. 1 bad day? Fine. 2 bad days? Dangerous? 3 bad days? Now you're rebuilding a bad habit. And stop comparing yourself to people on social media. Half of them are lying. The other half are only showing you their highlights. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy progress. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. That's it. You don't need to become a millionaire in 90 days. You don't need six-pack abs in 90 days. You don't need to become perfect in 90 days. You just need to become better. Because if you improve by only 1% every day for 3 months, you're not the same person anymore. Your standards change. Your habits change. Your results change. And your entire future changes. So here's your challenge. For the next 90 days, no excuses. No complaining. No waiting. Pick one goal. Write it down. Create a daily plan. Protect your focus. Exercise every day. Read every day. Work every day. Track your progress every day. And stop negotiating with yourself. Because the truth is brutally simple. 3 months from now is coming whether you work or not. 90 days from now, you'll either have results or regrets. You'll either have muscle or excuses. You'll either have money or explanations. You'll either have confidence or self-doubt. The clock doesn't care. Time keeps moving. And one day, you'll look back at this moment. You'll either say, that was the day everything changed. Or you'll say, I wish I had started. Don't be that person. Don't become another human being trapped in an endless cycle of tomorrow. Tomorrow is a lie. Next week is a lie. Next month is a lie. You have today. You have this hour. You have this decision. So stand up. Close the distractions. Turn off the damn phone. Write your goal. Build your plan. And attack the next 90 days like your future depends on it. Because it does.